Hey Key, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am doing well. I will wait just one more minute. Um, I haven't really had anyone last week. No one showed up, so
Oh,
I don't know what's going to be going on now, but if it's just you, your option, totally up to you. We can have the session or we can see if people maybe show up tomorrow because my time switched. So
sounds
I'm
good.
doing Tuesday, Wednesday night. So it's totally up to you. You decide. So I'll give it until I was giving it until 6:10, 6:15. So we'll see. Otherwise, I'm going to let you decide what you want to do. But I
Sounds
have
good.
something, I have something planned, but either way, it's totally fine.
Yeah. I know last week I had the accountability check-in Wednesday night. Nobody showed for that either. So I wonder what was happening last Wednesday. Just nobody wanted
Oh,
or
really?
last two it was last Tuesday. Yeah, last Wednesday. I don't know what was happening last week. Nobody wanted to show up for things. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's getting to be the fall, so people probably are kind of like not really wanting to do much, just like me. Hey, Anna, how are you?
Hello. I haven't been over in this stop in a while, and I just figured, let me jump over here and see how it's going.
Okay, well, we're happy to have you. Well, I will start. This actually is our week 12 wrap up series, which should be exciting because I was going to start moving more into resume building and best practices. So we'll see how that goes. This evening, I am going to focus on the power of a complete profile. Because really that's what we've been doing. We've spent the last 11 weeks building our LinkedIn presence from the ground up, and each week had a purpose, and every part connects to how recruiters find and evaluate you. So we'll quickly walk through what we've covered. All right. So, brief recap. We have talked about why LinkedIn matters. We've done the profile basics, and I believe both of you were, definitely in and out consistently for these weeks. So you'll
Yeah.
remember, or you can look at the recorded videos. But with the profile basics, we looked at everything from the photo and headline, banner. We talked about crafting a compelling summary, highlighting skills, projects, education, setting up and crafting our unique custom URL and settings. We did part one and part two of building your network. And one week we really talked about connecting and sending invites. Second week for part two, we talked about keeping relationships warm and authentic during that networking process. And that can be over the course of several months, and really it never ends. Messaging and outreach, we talked about that. We also talked about asking for and writing recommendations. So that's pretty important and something that really has sort of that timing component, best utilized when you are leaving a position, when someone you worked with perhaps is leaving a position to move on, or while you are working with someone, say here in the joy of coding, you had the opportunity to work together on a project. Um, Ask each other for recommendations, posting content and using hashtags, learning that even those are searchable. for recruiters. And then, of course, job alerts, filters, and search tools using Boolean searches and different ways of connecting with people through groups and then just searching for them through Boolean searches. Tonight, we're going to start bringing that all together. We'll focus on making your profile fully optimized and recruiter ready. Now, from a recruiter's perspective, really the goal is to help all of you see how we recruiters actually use LinkedIn to find a candidate. So it's nice to really have me here as, someone that you can kind of lean on and ask these questions, because most people also don't really know what recruiting is and how it works. Recruiters use Boolean searchers to filter candidates. We talked about that quite a bit over the past couple of weeks. Profiles with complete information rank higher in searches. So if you don't have recommendations, if you haven't been posting things, if your skills aren't filled out for each position you've worked, that summary, that headline, all is searchable. And really, the recruiters, first thing they see is the photo and the headline. So they really should be on point. Engagement and activity boosts visibility, commenting on posts, signing up to be in groups, following folks in those groups. You're able to network. It helps, allow you to establish relationships, keep relationships warm and authentic. So it's really a plus, especially during, these times where you're actively applying for jobs. You should be, again, following up with some sort of networking after for folks that are at that company that you've just applied. Any questions, thoughts, concerns, or just comments? No.
No, you covered a lot, but I haven't been around, so I don't have much.
Oh, I just reviewed quite a bit. So, and then of course, you can refer to all of the recordings. So it's all right there, super easy to access. So no worries if you weren't able to attend it live. This is why Dr. Emily has designed the program this way. So you always have these tools of reference. So we, over the past couple of weeks, and this will be a great review for you, Anna, and whoever is looking to get it, come in, Michelle. Let me say hello to her before I continue. I don't know where she went. All right. Continuing. So Anna, this will be a good review for you because what we were talking about over the past couple of weeks, most specifically are Boolean searches and sort of I'll share with you now the type of Boolean search that we use to do searches or, a simple example. So I'll put it in the chat, but this is an example of a more technical search that I myself has used for full stack developer, just so that you get an idea of what these Boolean search strings look like. The quotes are purposeful, the parentheses as well. It is essential that you utilize these searches, but you as job seekers can also utilize Boolean search methods. And if you have no idea what that is, it's as simple as going to Claude or ChatGPT and say, craft or write a Boolean search for me to put in LinkedIn to search for full stack developer positions. That's simple and easy to get you started quickly as well. Now, one question I would like to ask, and I think you should constantly be thinking about, is what would make your profile appear in that search that I just put in the chat? If recruiters put this in their LinkedIn search bar, all of your profiles should show up if you are looking for full stack developer opportunities, right?
Must
So
be
that's the,
hashtag.
I'm sorry.
I said it must be hashtags, right? To make your,
No,
no?
no, are you able to see what I copy and pasted into the chat?
Yeah, but your question was
Oh.
what would make our page appear? And so I was thinking that hashtags would make it appear, right?
Well, it's for the search in general. So and it's using this as the example. So this Boolean search here. So if you look at your LinkedIn profile, the first thing maybe in the headline should be full stack developer. If of course, if you are all looking for full stack developer roles, I think we've talked kind of extensively, and that would be a position that you would be open to. And, it says full stack developer or software engineer because they're used interchangeably. So, maybe as a clue, if you all are really trying to position yourselves as a full stack developer, in your headline, you can put full stack developer, software engineer, right? So you could put those, and then your profiles would likely show up. But also, depending on what sort of database or program knowledge you're really focusing on, you might want to put those in your headline too. But and that will also make you come up in recruiter searches, also in skills, right? Skills would be another way. Maybe you're listing that you're at Java coding right now. And the skills, if you are on the full stack developer track, you want to make sure that those skills say full stack developer, software engineer, and maybe, you're feeling confident in JavaScript or React. It's like this is coming up with ways of making yourself visible on LinkedIn for recruiters. Okay. So these keywords, so skills, activity, like, yes, Michelle, you were close. Like, yes, making a note in your postings. Maybe you've posted an article and the article was talking about full stack development or React. You could post the job and then put some hashtags for that so that that comes up in a search. It does come up in recruiter searches, and they do help to make you more visible. So now for a profile deep dive, right? And this is still actually going to be a review because we are finalizing our LinkedIn series this week. The photo and banner. Is your image professional and clear? Pull up your LinkedIn profiles. Look at them now. And they should definitely be up because we're going through this. So is your image professional and clear? Does your banner represent your field? The headline. Does it state your role, specialty, or target position? And the about section or summary. Take a look at that. Does it tell your story clearly in 2 to 3 short paragraphs? This is what you think about. This is what recruiters look at. Experience in projects. Are your projects explained with outcomes or tools used? That's critical. And again, Dr. Emily has designed this program so that you are working with real clients on real projects so that you have the opportunity to fluently provide these projects, talk through these projects, and explain them with outcomes in the tools that you've used. These are stories that you can not only utilize here in your LinkedIn profile, but in your recruiter interviews and technical interviews. Skills. Are your top 10 skills relevant to the jobs you're applying for? Whether you are a full stack developer, software engineer, or you're focusing more within low code positions, those skills need to be listed. Recommendations. Do you have at least one or two? All right. So what I would like you to do right now is pick one section to improve tonight and update it. It's 6:25. I'll give you 10 minutes. How's everyone doing? Giving you until 6:35, and then we'll talk a little bit about the changes that we made and maybe give some examples if anyone is inclined.
Do you have to have a paid subscription to do hashtags on LinkedIn?
No, no, you can make comments, but I mean, hashtags are really only valuable if you're looking, if you're posting something, maybe
Okay.
an article or a podcast that you listen to that you want to share that has to do with software development, full stack development, QA, whatever really your focus is, data analytics, data visualization, really, I would keep it professional, especially on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
but yeah, it should connect to something.
Yeah, another lady just got fired for doing something at a baseball game. You gotta be careful everywhere now.
3 more minutes, everyone. Hey, everyone, we're going to start wrapping up what you're doing. And welcome, Timothy. We just did a review of what we've covered over the past 11 weeks that I've been doing the Why LinkedIn Matters series. And we just did a live edit of our LinkedIn profile. So over the past several weeks, we have been talking about things like our photo and banner. Is your image professional and clear? Does your banner represent your field? And then moving on to the headline, does it state your role, specialty, or target position? All of this you should be thinking about when looking at your LinkedIn profile. The summary or about section, does it tell your story clearly in 2 to 3 short paragraphs? And then moving down into the experience in your projects that maybe you have listed, which you should have listed. Are your projects explained with outcomes or tools, programs that you used? Skills. Are your top 10 skills relevant to the jobs that you're applying for? Are they relevant to the jobs that you previously worked for? And then recommendations. Do you have any? At least 1, 2? So I asked folks to take 10 minutes and pick one section to improve right now. And now, common mistakes that folks make: keyword stuffing or vague summaries. You want a little bit of you, definitely, in these about sections. It's about you and it's selling you. And if you're getting stuck, type what you want to be said into a Claude or ChatGPT or your AI platform of choice. Dr. Emily says that's all the time. It's about utilizing these new platforms. That's going to give you the edge. Incomplete job descriptions. This is a huge mistake to avoid. There should be a lot in there describing what the project was, how many people partnered with you, what your role was in these specific projects, how you solved the problem. And then, of course, even better is to have a personal portfolio that shows the project, lists the people that were working on the project and their duty, so that when a recruiter looks at it, they know exactly what you did. You didn't build the entire thing, unless you did. But if it's something here from TechJoy, then you should be listing the people that you worked with to accomplish the project. Neglecting a banner or a headline, that's just a missed opportunity to not be visible and not come up in recruiter searches. And if you're not engaging or posting with LinkedIn, you're also not getting everything out of it that you can. Every section should work together to tell the story of where you're headed next. Questions, thoughts, and concerns before I have some of you show what you did. Okay.
I wouldn't
Who want,
know where to
yeah,
start.
with what, Anna?
Everything. 'Cause I think the last time I took on your class was like a couple months ago, so I had to start from scratch on this stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? I just laid it out. Super easy. Start from the top. You start from where? You tell me.
The description under your picture, your photo and your banner there. Is what you're
Uh,
saying?
the photo and the banner is where you start. So you look at the photo and the banner. Does your banner, is your image professional and clear? And does your banner represent your field?
Yes.
Okay. So those are the questions that you should be asking yourself. Let me do this. Let me put all of that in the chat. All right, and you know what? I'm going to do a little snooping. I'm going to look myself.
On mine, that's about the only thing that was kind of done.
We're gonna go through the whole lot. But so in the chat, I listed what you should be thinking about. Anna stepped forward. Who else would like to talk about what they worked on? And if nobody steps up, I'm going to have to pick you.
Yeah.
Because eventually all of you are going to go.
I can talk about what I updated.
Yeah.
Realistically, what I did right now was not much because I have been, following along as best I can and watching a couple
Yeah.
of replays for the sessions that I did miss. So I had just about everything pretty well updated. I did a little bit more updating now that I've kind of like got a better understanding of like my rules. So like I updated my heading to be more clear and not have as many like filler
Nice.
words that meant nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like and then I updated like my about section to be more like what my passion's about, more so than just here's the tasks I did, right?
Yeah.
It still's
Yeah.
got a little bit of that, like the tasks I did, but a lot more passion behind it. I think like the phrasing of it
Okay.
is a little bit more personable rather than just like I did
Yeah.
A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Like you talked about image. That is the biggest thing that I need to get. My image, I'm not great at those. Like I know I need a new like professional image. Like I need a new like headshot like taken.
Mm-hmm.
And so that I need to get that updated. And I have not gotten a banner that is like included in that like text space, like right, like my banner, it's just like an image to put there. More
Yeah.
so than
No, I
anything related
understand.
to that.
I know. It gets difficult for sure to do that. Yeah, it's really honestly, it's just about starting with at the top. And you take it day by day. You're like, okay, you know what? Today I'm gonna go through this first initial square. So we've got in this first, where it has the headline, the photo, your name, the title, your location, your contact info. It's going through every bit underneath your contact info. I mean, it should have whatever your LinkedIn profile, how you want that listed. Some people list their phone number. I don't do that. I personally, especially if you're looking for a job, your email address is perfect. You don't need to list your phone number. I don't know. I'm just as much information that I can give you so that you can at least get in touch with me, but not stalk me. Some recruiters would probably be like, don't tell people that. But private, I mean, it's just for privacy and security reasons I say this. right? Not listing all of your personal information. It's not needed. But just take everything in stages. Did you want to say something, Michelle?
Yeah, is there yet invented, which I probably am gonna write it if it hasn't been, is a good email system that can separate, like, all the stuff comes in, right? It separates it to business stuff, and then, automatically it doesn't just all go into the inbox, and
Uh,
is there a way to
I mean,
order?
I'm pretty sure that you can do that with any email platform. I know you can do it with Outlook. I haven't done it myself with Gmail, but
you can
with
create
Outlook,
filters, but I haven't figured that
yeah,
out.
you can
There
create
might be a way you
filters.
can do it, but you probably have to look up on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, I would do that, Michelle, but because yeah, you can do that for sure. I just don't know how. I haven't done it in a while, so I'd have to look at YouTube myself.
Yeah,
With Outlook, yes, but not with Gmail. I know it pretty fluidly.
Well, Gmail does have some auto filtering you can do, but oftentimes it's not great. Um,
Oh, really? Okay.
Honestly, what has worked great for me, which I would suggest if you're using Gmail specifically, create another Gmail account, right? Like have an
Yeah,
email. Like I have a separate like professional email where I'm expecting like interview requests and responses to job applications. I have a completely separate email compared
yeah,
to like my personal like information
that
and
makes
emails.
sense.
Yeah, that's what
Just
I
because
have.
it's a lot easier to see without all this noise to see whether somebody's requesting an
Yep,
interview.
Yeah,
definitely.
but I find because I've been doing that, some of the job boards in the past I have put resumes out on, I still get junk from all of that. I still do ZipRecruiter and some of the other ones. They still, it's all the common theme though. But
Yeah, you can remove those, which I would suggest doing. Start from scratch.
remove
So you
what?
can go old resumes, old profiles on those platforms like ZipRecruiter and Indeed. I mean, you should be anyway, because you should always be updating that information. And then, of course, you can remove your profile or at least pause your profile so that you're not receiving those things any more unsolicited sort of stuff that maybe you don't want to receive anymore or is out of date. Um, so your profile is your foundation. You've built it. Now it's about staying visible and active. So I really think and really want to encourage all of you to review your profile from a recruiter's perspective. Ask a peer, or a friend to give you honest feedback. Prepare one sentence that summarizes your professional brand. Um, and that would be great if you're able to make tomorrow's session, because tomorrow, in my evening session, we'll take everything that you've built and really, turn it into action. So how to use LinkedIn to generate opportunities and maintain consistency. So, we'll talk about job alerts, search filters, outreach, visibility, and how often are you checking your alerts and applying? Are you having those job alerts forwarded and funneled to your email address? How are you navigating? How are you setting up the filters on LinkedIn to work best for you? Are you engaging? Are you commenting on posts from recruiters or hiring leads that hopefully you've been connecting with because you've been researching who they are after you apply to jobs in certain companies, if you are currently applying, of course. and think about writing a visibility post, something that you can share this week. Maybe, what you've learned, maybe here at Joy of Coding, something you learned this week. It could be a project that you all completed, one that you're proud of, maybe about how you are approaching your job search. And following that up with what Michelle was saying about hashtags, post and then use a relevant hashtag job search, hashtag career growth, hashtag software engineering, whatever it summarizes what you've just posted, right?
Is it okay to like mention someone else's like conference? Like Tony Robbins has an AI conference coming up. I think it's a 3-day weekend. And it sounds like it's going to be awesome. He's incredible anyway. But if I
Yeah.
have dates and everything, it's free. So would that be something good?
Yeah, I mean, that's appropriate. Absolutely,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be something you could post, let people know it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chelsea, are you still doing those one-on-ones? Or that?
I am like sprinkling them about where I can. We had our one-on-one, yeah.
Yeah, long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a one-on-one session, I can, definitely reach out. I can carve out some time and reach out on Discord. That's the best way to catch me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what kind of figured through, but discount cord.
Yeah.
Trying to get you.
Yeah. Michelle, what were you working on? I'm just curious, like when I gave you those 10 minutes, what were you?
I found some typos, so I fixed that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I looked at some people, I had some messages, so I looked at those, and
Okay.
then I looked at my banner and my picture, and I think it's pretty good. Um, there's a space there now for projects though that I've never seen before, so I'm gonna have to update that.
Okay.
So I kind of looked at that, but that's going to take me some time, and I have to, it's something I need to concentrate on.
Okay.
But I'll get that up to date. And I don't have any hashtags because I don't know exactly where they go.
Well, they go when you post, like for instance, you were saying you want to post the Tony Robbins uh conference.
Yeah.
Post that.
Okay.
You could post that and then put, I don't know, you could put whatever the hashtags, conference, hashtag mindset, hashtag Tony Robbins, hashtag, I don't know, whatever you want to.
Put those after the post. The hashtags after the
Yeah.
post.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how most people do it. Yeah.
I've seen a few different profiles where they actually have hashtags like in their banner area. So that's is that supposed to happen?
I mean, if that's what they want, I personally don't think it looks relevant or very tidy, but I
Okay.
mean, if that's
I
what they
didn't
want to do
either,
with
but
their banner.
yeah.
It's up to them.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
entirely up to you. These are just my suggestions and sort of like the industry of recruiting that catches our eye and sort of best practices.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
In the first post that you made in the comments, you have quotes around full stack developer and software engineer, but not around JavaScript, React, or Node.
Yeah,
No, you don't do that because
that's
they're names
correct.
of software.
That's not it. That's just how you have to do the Boolean search.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no problem. Anyone else? Okay, so again, my sessions are now Tuesday evening and Wednesday evening, both at 6 p.m. I can oftentimes squeeze in some one-on-one time, but definitely message me on Discord. And I, again, encourage you to look through the sessions, the recorded sessions, because that will give you all of the refresher that you'll need. I can definitely help you with updated your LinkedIn profile, but honestly, there's so much content to review in those sessions. It really does lay everything out. And again, I can't impress upon you enough to listen to what Dr. Emily says. Like, if you do not utilize technology, you will be a victim of it. It's there. AI is there. And you have loads, a handful of different platforms to choose from. And, you know, all you have to do is plug into Claude, ChatGPT. I am a software engineer. I am looking to become a full stack developer, and those are the type of roles that I am focused on and applying to. Help me craft a headline for LinkedIn. Give me 3 to 5 options and go from there.
And LinkedIn will not let you have 2 profiles.
I don't think so. I don't really think you need 2 different profiles.
I do because I'm a lighting designer and I do computer work.
Mhm.
Designed for conferences and big sales meetings and concerts and things like
Mhm.
that.
Oh, cool.
Because that we really need to meet because I struggle with how to make those 2 meet or if it's even possible.
You can. It's possible. For
Okay.
sure. Yeah. I think it's possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Okay. Well, I could really use your help with that.
Yeah, well, give me a shout on Discord. And then, of course, again, I will review what we did for the past 11 weeks quickly tomorrow night, what we've reviewed tonight, and then we'll be doing something slightly different tomorrow. And then next week, my plan is to start kicking off my resume series in
Okay.
talking about how to start crafting your resume. All right, folks. So have a wonderful evening. Find me on Discord, and I'm so happy to see all of you, and have a wonderful evening.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
just shot you a I am on Discord, so look at it when you can.
Okay, I will. Thanks, Anna.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Bye-bye.
Have
You're
a good night.
welcome. You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.